Hey, YouTube bro, it's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm sort of depressed a little bit because I was doing a video and then my mouse, I accidentally hit my leg on the mouse and I hit the pause and I hit the stop button and it stopped and then pause and then came back. I want to cry a little bit on the inside because I was literally almost done with the video and now I have to redo it because, my life sucks. For the short version of how I'm going to do what I'm doing for this video, I'm going to be doing a NXT overview, stand and deliver thing that I'm pretty much going to just go over the show and just give my opinions on the show and everything like that. Tomorrow for Raw, I'm going to watch Raw, and then I'm going to pretty much do that too because I haven't been really posting on Raw and SmackDown and NXT and AEW and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to pretty much go over the big highlights, matches, marquee matches for Raw, for NXT, for Stand and Deliver, and for SmackDown. I'm going to do each of those, and so I'm just going to get into it. I guess I'll just do the big marquee matches because I don't want to do this longly. Wow, that's a great word. So I guess the big marquee matches are Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez, Finn Balor versus Karrion Cross, Colorado. Wow. Oh, yeah. I just know English. English is just my first language. Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. What else would be considered a big match? The triple threat tag team match. That could be considered a big match. Tommaso Ciampa versus my boy Walter. North American Championship match. Would that be considered a big match? Uh, the women's tag team match. Is that a big match? Probably not. It's just gonna be a match, right? Yeah. Oh, we'll go with the flow and yeah. I guess you know what? Forget it. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about Stand and Deliver and stuff like that. I guess we'll talk about the least first, and then just maybe climb our way to the top. Wish I had the card in my hand, but I don't. So we're gonna wing it like I always do. I wing it. It's fine. Forget it. I guess the tag team title match. I don't know how much people are looking forward to this match. With Shanti and Ember versus Candice and Indy. This match really isn't that much hyped up. It was pretty much Ember and Shanti won their match against I think Aaliyah and Mercedes. They went backstage, and Indy and Candice was like, "Oh well, great! How wow, you won your first title defense. It get better, won't happen again." And they were like, "Hey, we already beat you. Oh, you want a match? Sure. Why? There's no other women's tag team on the freaking roster, so why not?" So they made the match for there, and then Candice and Indy had a match, very short match, and then they talked about Candice and Ember, and then they came out and they talked about their match, and then that was it. That was it. So awesome. Don't care. I don't really care who wins. Let's just say Ember and Shanti, but I wonder, honestly, if they're gonna just get more tag teams up their butt because after this, it's really it's kind of awkward. Next up, I guess we'll talk about what else is on this show just to be on the show. I think that's it. So all the other matches, the North American Championship match, that should be pretty decent. Because Johnny Gargano's going to be in the match, so Johnny Gargano is pretty fantastic. So this match, which I assumed would have been just him and Dexter Lumis anyway, just came about because I guess they had to be fair and find an opponent for Johnny Gargano, even though Dexter Lumis has been the one that's been feuding with him for about a month and a half. And so they had this weird eliminator gauntlet match thing, and then after that match, they did a over the top rope match to see who's going to be in order for the gauntlet match that's going to happen on Tuesday. You're the winner of that match is going to face Johnny Gargano on Wednesday. Yeah. So it's going to be Swerve and Leon Ruff who starts it out, which should be good stuff. Expect Swerve to win that. And then 3 is going to be Brunson Reed, who I expect to win that. 4 is be Cameron Grimes, which I expect him to not win that because Brunson Reed's going to win that. And then 5 is going to be Dexter Lumis, who I expect to beat Brunson Reed, who's going to face off against LA Knight, who I expect to lose to Dexter Lumis because Dexter Lumis should have just been there anyway. So that should be fun. That should be interesting. I don't know. I expect Johnny Gargano to retain the title. I don't really see Dexter winning. I mean, he could win, but if anybody, I see anybody losing really to Gargano for that title. I think Brunson Reed will be the one to beat Gargano, but I think they're gonna just still prolong it. They're gonna just finish this story right here with Dexter Lumis. They're gonna end it right there, and then they're going to go on to Brunson Reed, and Brunson Reed's probably gonna beat him at the next Takeover for the title. It's gonna be a great match, and Brunson Reed's gonna win. They'll probably put Johnny Gargano in the tag team division with Austin Theory. And then probably somewhere down the line, Candice and Indy will probably also go in the tag team division. And they'll be tag team champions together, I'm guessing. That would be my guess. But the match should be fun. The Eliminator tournament gauntlet match. I mean, the gauntlet match should be fun. Gauntlet matches are pretty much fun as long as they get the time they deserve. And they probably will get that time that they deserve because they're fantastic. Next up, let's go UK Championship. I'm probably excited for this match the most, but this is probably the one with the most obvious outcome of all time, because Walter, who is going to defend his title against Ciampa, when he beats him, is also then going to defend his championship against Rampage Brown, who he will probably also beat. And I have a prediction about what might happen to Walter, depending on what happens at night 2 for the title. But yeah, the build has been pretty decent. I like the build has been decent, but it's just the interest of Timothy Thatcher. Really, is he going to side with Tommaso Ciampa, or is he going to join Ring Camp, Imperium? My bad. So that would be interesting to see. We'll find out. I think Timothy Thatcher is probably going to pretty much side with him. I don't think that he really needs to be with Imperium. I don't think Imperium really needs Timothy Thatcher. If anybody would join Ring Camp, I would guess it would be was it Tom Holland who was injured, so I don't know when he's coming back, but he would probably be the one, him or Killian Dane. I can see them more being in there. I think they would need it more than Timothy Thatcher would need it. But we'll see what happens. It'll be interessante to see what happens with that. The match is gonna be fantastic. Walter's gonna chop spaghetti hamburger meat into Tommaso Ciampa. It's going to be great to see, and we're going to all love it. But that's probably going to be the biggest interest in that part of the match. Next up, for the let's see, what else? Cruiserweight title. We'll go with Cruiserweight next. This match, honestly, to me, wasn't really that interesting until they added the ladder match. This match was bound to happen anyway, obviously, because Jordan Devlin was cruiserweight champion, and then he was quarantined in the States. They couldn't do anything, or he was quarantined in UK. He couldn't do anything, so they said, "Well, we're going to make an intern cruiserweight champion." Escobar wins, and then he's been cruiserweight champion. And then Jordan Devlin was like, "Wait, hold up, I'm real cruiserweight champion." And then when UK brought it back, he was like, "No, I'm real cruiserweight champion." And then Escobar was like, "No, I'm real cruiserweight champion. I'm the one that's been carrying this championship, cruiserweight. Me, I'm the best." So when he finally came back, when the states were allowed to open up a little bit, it's like, well, obviously. So the match itself should be fine. It should be great because Escobar's great and Jordan Devlin's great. And then you add a ladder to the cruiserweights. It's just gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be great. Um, Escobar has been, I mean, Escobar has been fantastic. I like the fact that he went out of his weight, and I guess Jordan Devlin did too. He went out of his weight limit and went against Cross. Jordan Devlin been going out his weight limit and is going went against Dave Mastiff and stuff like that. So they've been proving that they're not just cruiserweights; they're actual great wrestlers. And now they've go face to face. Escobar had that good match with Tyler Breeze, which I don't know what happened to Fandango. Honestly, if we're being honest, don't know what happened to Fandango. But I would have thought that after I'm assuming Escobar's gonna win. After he wins, like his next great feud, like good solid feud, would be against Tyler Breeze, because he's so fantastic. But they just threw that match away and they just gave it to him on free TV. Unless Tyler Breeze brings up some more, like get some more wins, some W's to get his rematch against him. But yeah, this match is gonna be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. And I got Escobar winning. As fantastic as Jordan Devlin has been, unless they have people go to the States or go to UK and challenge him there. I don't see Jordan Devlin winning this match. Or unless Jordan Devlin stays in the States, he could do either one. But yeah, Escobar's definitely winning. Next up, next important thing for me: Kushida versus Pete Dunne. I was thinking of this or the other match I'm going to say next, but I'm going to say this match. This match again has no build, but again should be. This match is going to be great, great, fantastic. This match is going to be. It's about who is the greatest technical wrestler in NXT. This is pretty much going to be like Shawn Michaels, not Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. This is going to be like one of those matches. It's going to be like Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. Like, who is the greatest technical wrestler? This match is going to rule, and it's basically based off of Pete Dunne. Everybody's been saying Pete Dunne. Well, when I say everybody, I mean only Lorcan and Danny Burch has been saying Pete Dunne is the greatest technical wrestler. Nobody can out technically wrestle him. He's number one. And Kushida, when he said he was facing Jordan Devlin, said, I want Jordan Devlin to face the best technical wrestler in NXT. And then Pete Dunne said, hey, I heard what you said. You to be the best technical wrestler? When me, Pete Dunne, is here? Watch yourself. And then they did a thing together, and this match is gonna be good. Oh, when I said Timothy Thatcher versus Balter can steal the show. Oh, Kushida versus Pete Dunne. Oh, just yes. By the way, both Kushida and Pete Dunne are both 205. I'm just saying. I think personally, Pete Dunne might be a little bit too big for the Cruiserweight Championship. But if they treat the championship right, like if they go back to old school WCW Cruiserweight Classic ways, and they have Escobar there, you have Tommaso Ciampa, you have Kushida, you have Pete Dunne, you have Johnny Gargano. If he loses that title to Bronson Reed, you can either bring him to the Cruiserweight division. So you have them. You have Swerve. You have Leon Ruff. You have the makings of a great, like a fantastic, great Cruiserweight division. Tyler Bate, Jordan Devlin, like the division is there. What's my boy's name? Freak. Roderick Strong, who I think is also 205, in 205 because he was in that tournament before when he was doing it in those days. Bring back Ricochet, bring back Ali. Just like they can make the cruiserweight division fantastic again. Even so, like they can make it like even if it was like, oh, he's beneath it. If you have these guys wrestling like Pete Dunne, Kushida, Swerve Scott, if you have these class athletes, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Leon Ruff, if you have these guys challenging for the title to make it important, like this title could be another top title instead of like it was like, oh, he's just there. You can make the 205, you can make 205 live fantastic again if you just give them the work, just give them what they want, give them 2 matches, 15-20 minutes each. Call it a day, make it great again. People love the cruiserweights. People love that type of style. Just put it. Just come on. It's not that hard. Anyways, this match is gonna be fantastic. So, then after that, the next match I was going to talk about was going to be the tag team match, triple threat tag team match. Speaking of Oney Larkin and Danny Burch, had to unfortunately drop the championship. And yeah, this match I'm really, really looking forward to. This has been a feud for MSK and Grizzled Young Veterans pretty much from the start of the Dusty Classic, which MSK won. Unfortunately, the Grizzled Veterans are 0-2 in finals for the Dusty Classic. And I think this was just for MSK to eventually even to already win the title. So I think this is just them to win it on a bigger stage. And this match is going to be really, really good. Like, really good. They're all fantastic. Like, them having matches with each other were really good. You add in Legado del Fantasma, who's just fantastic. And this match is going to be great. They all perform very well. On a bigger stage, so I'm really excited for this match. I'm pretty sure this will have MSK win, and it's gonna go into a new feud between them and Grizzled Young Veterans. Man, I love MSK so much. They're so great. The Little Rascals, they're fantastic, and I can't wait for that. Can't wait for this match. Again, hoping, as I said in the video that got lost. Hoping they bring in other tag teams from the UK. Hope they bring in the Gallus, bring in Gallus and bring in the Big Strong Boys, Mustache Mountain. Put them back with Pete Dunne. Put them in the tag division. Have Pete Dunne be cruiserweight. North American and or NXT champion, have them dominate. Bring in Oney Larkin, flip it. Why not? Just bring him in too, and have him in that area too. Or Oney Larkin, also another one, cruiserweight in that cruiserweight bracket. Just saying, got a lot of good cruiserweights in there. But yeah, I think that it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to love every part of it. The match is going to be great. That could be a 5-star match. And then the final 2 matches, which I also think could be 5-star matches. I definitely think could be 5-star matches. I'm trying to go through my brain to think if there's any other match on the card. I don't think so. So we're going with the final 2 matches. First up, Finn Balor versus one is the Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross. If Finn Balor could bring Karrion Kross to a 5-star match, there's 3 matches. Sorry, this one, Karrion Kross, Finn Balor. I mean, they have been separated since Karrion Kross has been back. They've both been doing their thing, and I think this match could be good. Uh, this all pretty much, as I said before, just depends on um, what they want to do with Finn Balor. Uh, if is he going to the main roster, back to the main roster, which probably he's probably not because it's probably full, especially with the next two people I'm going to talk about going to that main roster. Um, or is he going to go back to the UK to face off against Walter, who's definitely beaten Tommaso Ciampa and definitely beating Rampage Brown, uh, which I can also see happening because if Karrion Kross wins, any of those people who I mentioned that could be in NXT UK territory or cruiserweight territory can be in the main event. Bronson Reed, LA Knight, um, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, Kushida. So that's six right there. Um, they can Brunson Reed. They're all legitimate people who can give at least Cross a run for his money, or they can bring in somebody fantastic or whoever. If they want to bring Kevin Owens back, or if they want to keep Adam Cole in NXT, he can be a threat. Kyle O'Reilly can be a threat. So I mean, Finn Balor really doesn't need to be there if he doesn't want to, but yeah. So it'll be dependent on that. Or will Karrion Kross do his thing? He'd be like, well, he could do like a thing that Drew McIntyre did. He won it. He got injured. Instead of coming back, he goes in the main roster. Which for Karrion Kross, he gets his character together. He won it. Didn't work out. Now maybe Vince is like, oh, I like this guy. Give me him. Give me that guy. And he has his final match on NXT. Finn Balor wins. And then he goes to the main roster and faces off against Randy Orton because that's where the money, I guess, wants to be for Randy Orton. So that would be interesting to see what happens with that match. The match should be fine. It's going to be a classic. I mean, if anybody can make it a classic, it will be Finn Balor. Finn Balor can dog drag anybody into at least 4 stars. So if Karrion Kross pulls his side of the weight, it could be better than most people think. But 5-star match that will probably most definitely happen. Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. The whole feud itself has just been fantastic. Adam Cole turning on Kyle O'Reilly because he said that he's gotten soft. He's a lapdog. Finn Balor, you've lost to Finn Balor twice, and here you are trying to have him come into the Undisputed Era, into our brotherhood. Are you crazy? Which actually is kind of hilarious because after Finn Balor beat Adam Cole like that one time, they went in the back and they did the Too Sweet thing to each other because they're Bullet Club members for life. Because once you're Bullet Club, you're there for life. So that was kind of hilarious that he mentioned that. But this is definitely Finn Balor, or not Finn Balor. This is definitely Adam Cole being like, I've done everything I could. I've done everything I've done. First ever North American champion, longest reigning NXT champion in history, tag team champion. I'm Adam Cole, baby. What do I have to prove? Nothing. You have classic 5-match star with Kyle O'Reilly. You put Kyle O'Reilly over, and then you leave. You go bye-bye. You go to the main roster. And then you do great things in the main roster. You can join AJ Styles and become part of Bullet Club. Or you can join Kevin Owens and be Mount Rushmore in wrestling. You do whatever you want. Or you can just be a single guy yourself. Who cares? Adam Cole is going to the main roster. Kyle O'Reilly is going to beat Adam Cole in a fantastic match. And maybe that will be his build to go against Karrion Kross. Maybe Finn Balor again. Maybe he'll be in the North American pitch. Nah. He's probably going to be in the main event picture scene. So I can see him being North American champion soon. who could be one of those contenders for either Cross or Finn Balor. Third time's the charm, maybe. And then finally, the match that I'm looking for, another match that could possibly be a 5-star match, possibly. The main event of night 1, Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez. This has been a good feud. I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking the best feud build has probably been Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. That match could probably be the best match on the show. But I've been saying that since I hit the record button. This could be a sleeper match. Raquel has been on one heck of a roll, and especially since her feud with Rhea Ripley. I kept wanting to say Raquel Gonzalez, but I know that wasn't right, so I had to think of Rhea's name in my head before I could Rhea Ripley. The last man standing match or the no DQ match they had, the last man woman standing match that they had, the match Raquel had. Did she have a match? The triple threat, was it her? No. I was thinking if she had a match with. Oh, she did. Did she have a match with Mercedes Martinez, which was really good? So I think Raquel is more than ready to pick up this championship. She has been tearing a new one into everyone. With even the tag team match with Nia and Shayna was really good. She looked dominant in that match. The match that she had with the tag team match that she had with Io against Io and Starks, that match was great. The one-on-one match they had last week was really good. Her throwing Io all over the place through the announce table, through the wall. Io kept coming back for more. She just, every chance she caught, she beating her up, taking her down, to that final moment at the end where she finally got the upper hand. Io has been champion, I think, since for over 300 days or 300 days plus. This is not going to be a story where it's like Asuka, where Asuka just beats everybody, and then she takes out the title, and it's gonna, she goes to the main roster, and they have a tournament. This is not happening. She is dropping that title, and it's going to be more impactful that somebody beats her for the title, and that's what Raquel's going to do. She's going to beat Io for the title. Io's going to go to the main roster, whether she gets Kabuki Warrior 2.0 with Asuka. As long as they let them wrestle, and it's going to be great. I don't really care what they do. But yeah, I think with Raquel as top dominant champion, I think Raquel is going to be fine. They're going to have Dakota Kai. That's not going to last long. That's going to be a jealousy thing probably for Dakota. She's like, I probably made you, all that stuff. So that's going to be a thing. Ember Moon, Candice LeRae, Sheree, who's coming there, Taya Valkyrie, who AKA Frankie, I think that her name is going to be. Tegan Knox will probably come back. Toni Storm, as I said, Mercedes Martinez. There is a Starks. There's a whole list of people. Maybe Priscilla Kelly. I don't know if they're gonna have her be in the tag team division or they built her up. Or her. They've been making rumblings that maybe, just maybe, my girl, the one who's married to what's his name? The new IWGP champion, Will Ospreay. Her, I forget her name. Her, they're saying that she might go to the WWE. So I mean, there's a whole host of people in NXT right now who can challenge Raquel. So I think they're good hands. I don't think Io needs that title anymore. I think she's she's done what she can do. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Toni Storm, Mercedes Martinez, a whole bunch of other people. She's beat them all. So I don't think she needs any other accolade. So I think she loses. She goes to the main roster, and we get the Raquel coronation, and it's going to be well deserved. But yeah, that's my NXT overview of Takeover Stand and Deliver with stuff that happened during the show that I've been missing. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be doing a WWE Raw version of this later on tonight. It's probably going to be just all the Raw parts of Mania, what's going to happen on Raw. So the main event for that, the U.S. title match, Raw Tag Team title match, whatever else is on Mania for Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I'm just going to go through the story and the history and all that stuff and what I think about that. So that's what I'm going to pretty much do for that. And then we're going to do Takeover Stand and Deliver. I'll do one for night 1 and then the other one for night 2. Then probably just briefly talk about, I'll just probably briefly mention NXT UK and how fantastic that would probably be. If anything big happens out of that, I'll probably mention that. And then I'll do the same thing for SmackDown, do that, what happened with that, with the big feuds going on that, plus that. And I'll probably briefly go over SmackDown because they had the titles on the line with the Andre the Battle Royal thing. So I'll go over that. And then WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. So, yeah. Let me guys know what you think. Are you excited for Takeover Stand and Deliver? I am. Sure am. But that'll be all for this video. See you guys in the next one. I'm out.